There's a lot of buzz going around about the Sony A7 V, the supposed next camera in Sony's popular A7 line. But as we dig into all the rumors, things aren't quite adding up. Let's take a closer look at what people are saying and why it might not be time to get too excited just yet. First off, let's remember how great the Sony A7 IV is. Released in late 2021, it's been a hit with photographers and videographers alike. Its 33-megapixel sensor, great autofocus, and solid video features made it a go-to camera for many. Now, almost 3 years later, people are getting antsy for an upgrade. But here's where things get tricky. Some folks are saying the A7 V might jump up to 42 megapixels. That would be a big change and would make it pretty close to the high-resolution A7R cameras. But then other rumors say it'll stick with 33 megapixels. It's hard to know what to believe. The same goes for the camera's processor. Will it get a brand new, souped-up processor? Or will it use the same one as the A7 IV, but make it work harder? Again, we're hearing different things from different sources. Video is a big deal for many users, and here too, the rumors are all over the place. Some say we might get 8K video and super slow motion 4K. Others are talking about more modest improvements. It's enough to make your head spin. As for when we might actually see this camera, your guess is as good as mine. Some think it could be out by the end of 2024, while others think Sony might rush it out sooner to compete with cameras like the new Nikon Z6 III. The fact that Sony hasn't said a word about it officially doesn't help clear things up. One of the weirdest rumors is that the A7 V might use the same kind of sensor as the Nikon Z6 III. Now, Sony is known for making great sensors, even for other brands. But using someone else's design in one of their top cameras? That doesn't sound like the Sony we know. The price is another head-scratcher. Some say it'll cost the same as the A7 IV, while others think it could go all the way up to $4,000. That's a huge difference. What's really interesting is that some people are saying Sony plans to keep selling the A7 IV alongside the new A7 V and other cameras in the $2,000 to $3,000 range. If that's true, it makes you wonder just how different the Sony A7 V will really be. So, what does all this mean? Well, it could be that Sony is testing out different versions of the camera, which is why we're hearing so many different things. Or maybe the people spreading these rumors don't really know what's going on. It's also possible that Sony is just keeping quiet while everyone guesses. It's worth noting that the only new Sony camera we know for sure is coming soon is the ZV-E10 II, which is a smaller camera for vloggers. This, plus the fact that the A7 IV is still a great camera, makes me wonder if Sony is really ready to release the A7 V anytime soon. The camera world moves fast, with new features and better performance coming out all the time. Sony has always been good at staying ahead of the game, but they're also smart about when and how they release new cameras. To wrap it up, while it's fun to think about what the A7 V might be like, all these conflicting rumors suggest we shouldn't get our hopes up just yet. Sony has a track record of making great cameras, so when they do announce the Sony A7 V, it'll probably be pretty impressive. But for now, it seems like it might not be coming as soon as some people think, and it might be quite different from what we're hearing. If you're a photographer or videographer, our advice would be to focus on making great images with the gear you have now. The Sony A7 IV is still an awesome camera, and there's no need to wait for something that might be a while away and might not even be what we're expecting. When Sony does officially announce the A7 V, then we can all get excited together. What are your thoughts on this? Share with us in the comments section below. Consider subscribing for more content like this, and always, thanks for watching.